Commercial pilot Brodie Torrance, a former RAF pilot from Scotland, flies Trailblazer Airlines Flight 119 with 14 passengers and 3 cabin crew members from Singapore to Honolulu via Tokyo. Alongside the travelers is fugitive murder suspect Louis Gaspare, who has been accompanied by an RCMP agent on his way to Canada. Brodie flies a shortcut over the South China Sea, as directed by one of his bosses, but an electrical storm destroys the plane's avionics, killing a flight attendant and an RCMP officer in the turbulence. They make an emergency landing on a dirt strip on Jolo Island, in the Philippines. Meanwhile, in New York City, Trailblazer's board of directors contacts David Scarsdale, their crisis manager. He orders a private military team to save the passengers because the governments refuse to send military into the rebel-controlled island. Brodie ventures into the bush for assistance, accompanied by Louis. However, in a blink of an eye, Louis vanishes, leaving Brodie on his own. Entering a deserted warehouse, Brodie connects the phone to notify his superiors and daughter of their whereabouts. He succeeds, but is assaulted by a rebel. After a few exchanges of punches and face-pounding, Brodie murders him. Out of nowhere, Louis returns, then kills the remaining rebels in the building. They come across a spot utilized by the rebels to make ransom recordings. Knowing they are in a hostile territory and the passengers are in danger, they rush back to the plane. Unfortunately, they are beaten there by rebel commander Datu Junmar. Junmar kills a couple attempting to flee and kidnaps the surviving passengers and crew, planning to demand enormous ransoms from their families. After the group leaves, Brodie and Louis overpower remaining rebels and force them to reveal the location of their lair. Before leaving, Brodie leaves a note to inform rescue teams of the situation. Reaching the rebel hideaway, Brodie and Louis murder the guards before sneaking the passengers and crew aboard a bus. Brodie chooses to stay behind and distract the rebels. When he shows up to confront the rebels, he introduces himself as the captain of the plane. The rebel leader interrogates him and assaults him. As he is about to be put to death, the rescue squad arrives, inflicting significant casualties on Junmar's soldiers. The rescue team informs Brodie that the plane company will not be able to send an official team to take them away from the island for another 24 hours, and they do not have enough reserve money to bargain their way off the island. Brodie informs the rescue squad that he has another idea. When they return to the aircraft, Brodie and his co-pilot Samuel Deal successfully start the engine and get everyone inside for departure. For further firepower, Scarsdale's party positions a Barrett M82 anti-materiel rifle. The rebels arrive and it was a showdown between Scaredale Party and Jummer's rebel. Now Scaredale Party and Louis attempts to repel Junmar's forces as Brodie tries to start the plane. Louis chooses to stay behind to distract Junmar's forces and allow Scarsdale's team to board the plane, preventing an attempt by Junmar and a terrorist to blow up the plane with an RPG. And he flees into the jungle with a bag of ransom money brought by the mercenaries. Angered and desperate, Junmar attempts to use another RPG in a last-ditch effort to destroy the plane and wounds Brodie again, this time in the shoulder. But Brodie, despite his injuries, is able to put the plane on full throttle, allowing it to take off safely and hit Junmar with the wheels, killing him. The plane is too damaged and too low on fuel to make a long journey, but Brodie manages to land the plane at the neighboring friendly island of Siasi. While the island's rescue team tends to passengers and crew members, Brodie calls his daughter to let her know he will be returning home. Thanks for watching. If you like short recaps like this, like or subscribe and comment. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.